some few clouds over the southern sector, and then some 30-40% chance of rain over the middle sectors, especially those in the Volta region, eastern, western, and parts of Ashanti region. For the north, we are expecting them to still have the feel of the hazy conditions today, slightly hazy, and then fairly dry. Temperatures will be around 36, 37 for the north, 34, 35 the middle, the southern sector. Those of us along the great we expect 32, but then some areas are likely to have 33 as the maximum temperature for the day. In terms of the fisher folks, the state into the evening will be calm, so they can do any activities. However, we expect some few that is likely to result into some showers over the ocean. So they should just prepare with some things that they need to cover themselves in case they encounter the rain. For the water lake, it's also cool for them. They can do any activities, but if they want to do nighttime fishing, that's from today up to tomorrow morning, they need to prepare for mist and foggy conditions, which is likely to affect horizontal visibility. And I want to add that our motorists or drivers will be using the road at dawn hours or night hours. This is the time that we will be having misty and foggy conditions. In some areas, it's likely visibilities are likely to be very less than 1,000 meters. So you need to be mindful on the road. And if the vehicle develops a fault and you need to park it, they should try as much as possible to find a suitable places so that it doesn't become a nuisance to the next road user.
Felicity, always brilliant. Thank you so much for the update. We're grateful.
Thank you too.
Sunshiny day. Everybody, do what you doing. Smile will bring a sunshine day. Everybody, do what you doing. Smile will bring a sunshine day.
And sometimes all you got to do is to smile. The world wonders what you've been up to. Make sure you're smiling. Brighten up that corner where you are. Daily Graphic this morning says that Graphic National Development Series Reform Education Now says Sam Jonah pushes for skills-based training. Also, rule of law must reign supreme. President Akufo-Addo charges public sector legal practitioners. Give head teachers powers to improve education quality. Professor Stephen Adair says so. And if you're wondering what's happening around the Akosobodan year-on-year analysis, the water level as of yesterday, the 5th of November 2024, was 271.45 feet. The water levels as of Monday was 271.43, which means that it is appreciated as of yesterday. Change in level is 0.02 feet rise. Same time last year, it was 276.97 water levels. So you know that the levels are dipping.
sunshine.
Strategic documents on sickle cell vaccine policy launched. That's on the back page of the Daily Graphic. Kofi inaugurates 3 healthcare facilities in Volta NOT region. The Ghanaian Times this morning says, don't go on strike, go back to negotiating table. Fair Wages and Salaries Commission appeals to CLOSAG, and Engineer Ben Arthur is the Chief Executive of Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. Government committed to supporting public sector lawyers, according to President Mahama, outlines developmental projects for 6 new regions. Boku youth call for joint security escort on the Bolga-Boku Pomakom Highway. On the back page, women smoke more than men in Ghana. Did you know? Well, now you know. According to a WHO survey, and somebody's pictured there with a shisha handling it hot. Let's revisit COVID-19 sanitary practice to avoid cholera. Dr. Patrick Kumabwaji is the Director General of the Ghana Health Service. The Daily Guide says AG targets new offices in regions. Akumadan chief endorses Baumia. Roman father replaces Appiah Donko for the Ghana Freedom Party. Return to negotiating table. Fair Wages tells CLOSAG. MIIF leads minerals resource management. On the back page, Semenyo seeks God. Otuado set to name squad for Angola, Niger clashes, and Balotelli booked within 5 minutes of Serie A return. Benzema advises Mbappe to adapt. The Custodian newspaper this morning says Tampoli predicts one-touch victory for the NPP. That's Alassane Tampoli there predicting that the NPP will win the election. Also, MIF changes narrative on Ghana's mineral resources, protect judiciary from illegal pressure. AG to the Ghana Bar Association. Labadi Beach Hotel pays 16.5 million Ghana cedis dividend to SNIT. Razak Kojo Poku answers Mohammed's question. So Labadi is paying 16.5. It's the same Labadi that we're told was going to be sold because it was not doing well. I don't know. The news center, Moba Ebusiampeni donates 111,100 to NMSQ winning team and 170,830 health workers recruited between 2017 and 2023, but the backlog remains. GIFF HAG begins 3-day protest against shipping lines. Akumadan to get tomato processing factory. Dr. Baumia says so. Kudeo reports low voter education and campaign visibility. What's on the front page of the Publisher newspaper? This is the last one for this morning. Office sex now criminal in Equatorial Guinea after government official bunks over 400 women in sex video. That's the big banner headline. 31 days to elections. Appiah Donko's party split to withdraw or to contest. November 8th, not public holiday. Police insist Salifo Amaku's son is in custody at Osu police station. Well, those are your headlines right there. Take a quick break. I won't return from this break. There's more here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7.
Election coverage.
Top-notch presenters and well-versed analysts.
Dedicated reporters and correspondents in every nook and cranny across the country.
All the action, every incident reported. All the big stories covered.
All facts cross-checked. Every figure verified.
Every vote monitored and accounted for.
The numbers tallied, analyzed, and interpreted.
We have invested time and energy in order to bring you a comprehensive elections coverage.
The whole world will be watching us on TV, online, and radio.
Election Command Center. Facts, analysis, results. Imagine a place where voices matter, where every corner, every street, every community is a platform.
A big bus moving through Accra, carrying conversations, questions, and the pulse of the nation. This is not just another show,
3FM,
it's your voice on the move.
Join us as 3FM Sunrise hits the road, turning ordinary streets into platforms for extraordinary dialogue. Speak freely, listen deeply, and help shape the conversation that drives Ghana forward.
Look out for the bus and tune in exclusively on 3FM 92.7, your urban lifestyle radio.
The best in the morning is on 92.7 Sunrise on 3FM.
Mining being brazenly conducted near highways in the Amenfi district of the Western region of Ghana. Open obstruction, destruction of the environment with impunity, while law enforcement looks on virtually petrified or with their hands tied. This culture of permissiveness in the face of blatant corruption and environmental degradation must end. We must demand more from our leaders and ourselves. We must foster a culture of integrity where public office is a sacred trust, not a shortcut to wealth. Leadership must be seen as an opportunity to protect and secure Ghana's future for subsequent generations, not a pathway for self-service and the reckless dissipation of our resources meant for our children and generations yet unborn.
Says I'm Jonah right there. When was the last time you heard somebody talk about Galamsey and talk about it more succinctly? In fact, the president requested for time so that he could engage organized labor and take a decisive decision on how to stump Galamsey. We're still waiting for the president. And you know, for a giant like Sam Jonah, who has practiced for a very long time in the mining sector, when he talks about something like Galamsey, it must break our conscience. And then you ask yourself why we are more interested in the quick cash and the degradation of the environment. Why are we so quick? And that's where the problem is. There's a big issue. There's a very big conversation that we need to have. And we need to have that conversation very, very strongly indeed.
At least 50% of my time now, and you know, it's an absolute menace. I can't describe enough how bad it is, because you know, every day security men go out and they're in a battlefield. You know, we've had one shot in the eye, we've invaded and ready to kill. Yeah, no, it's absolutely out of control. I couldn't say otherwise. It's out of control. We feel as though we have no rights now.
But even for people like you, how much is it costing your business, having to deal with galamseyers, you know, constantly invading your property and even killing your people? How much of a cost is this to you?
It's huge. I mean, the amount of money we spend protecting our concessions is incredible. I mean, we have almost a quarter of our workforce in security just to keep the place.
And that's an investor there, not too happy about the situation. Are we concerned? Are we really concerned? We're looking for shortcuts to heaven, but there's no shortcut to heaven. So can we not have a bold decision and a bold solution for Galamsey? It must come at some point. We ought to have a bold voice to say enough is enough. Because I can guarantee this morning, if you don't take care, it is possible that you could be drinking water that is laden with mercury, cyanide, other chlorine and alum that people, your favorite food from your favorite vendor.
It's like, worry about all the things that they lack.
young, gifted, and black.
And we're killing ourselves gradually.
I suppose I should clap.
Because
give thanks and give dap.
Everybody is watching.
My lap.
And nobody is ready to call the shots. In fact, the people who must call the shots and insist that
brings to life our dreams.
This thing must stop.
We don't
aren't making the right calls.
Mama's fasting and praying for us.
And that's worrying.
With some reckless dudes, lost for
how much we lose to Galamsey alone as a country.
Mysterious life.
It's a pity.
No clues.
It's a big pity.
How we bleed and bruise, confusing ones with
and we are watching because we have not been able to create alternative jobs for the young people of this country. And the young people of this country are being exploited by those who can bankroll Galamsey. And we're watching.
I was 16 years old.
In the next 20 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years,
so they can't extinguish.
If we don't take care, we'll be importing water into this country. Good morning.
Good morning. I refuse to believe that.
No, we're
and
getting
if I was
there.
another country and you come to me and you ask me to sell you my water, I'll watch you like you're not serious.
We're getting there. Haven't you noticed that the pipes do not flow regularly these days?
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes they ration water, 3 days your tap is off, and then it comes back on again. We are getting there. And the people who make the argument that, go to the Galamsey site and go and demonstrate and go and show your anger to the people who are, doing whatever they are doing there. I'm sure they know what they have planned, that if you go there,
you want to lure us there. Others have been beaten, and so on and so forth.
Exactly. So you know what evil you are planning. Beyond that, the Wager Dam feeds, the larger portion of Accra and some other places with water. Do we know what we are doing to the Wager there? The last time I showed a video.
That's right.
Of how the Galamsey effect from the Pra through the Dinsu now to the Wager Dam, where the raw water is harvested and put into the processor for Ghana Water too. The water is turning whatever.
That's right.
Go to Ankobra, go to where the confluence, where the sea meets the river, and it's bad. I don't know how else to say it for people in authority to wake up and smell I don't know how else to say it.
But if people are asking us to go to Galamsey sites to go and protest or demonstrate, the powers that be, the people we're asking to make the change, they're in Accra here.
Yeah.
And we're going to the offices to petition.
Yeah.
It wasn't that people got up and just decided that they were going to Shijama on the streets of Accra. There was a purpose, a start point, and an end point. End point being various different places, institutions, petitions handed to them.
Right.
They are not in the Galamsey sites.
You know what's funny? All minerals in this country are vested in the president.
Exactly.
So who is the best person to receive a petition? The one we have vested the thing in him to say, hold this in trust for all of us.
Exactly.
And he's watching for the thing to be destroyed. So we want to demonstrate and show him, Bosu, this is our petition. You are sleeping on the job or struggling to stay awake. Can you please wake up?
John, in other jurisdictions, mothers who have given birth to deformed children and so would have gotten together and sue.
Yeah? Class action. We joke with everything here. Everything. Anyway, take a break. When we return from this break, there's Johnnie's Bite. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Honestly, the cost of dialysis is an impossible burden to carry. Ever since this kidney failure diagnosis, we spend over 1,200 cedis every week.